didn't mean to kind of front run with some gameplay footage. I don't know if you guys planned on sharing or anything, but I could either keep it up or close it as we kind of talk through this. But
no, you can keep it up. You can keep it up. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get things kicked off formally here then. What's up, everybody? I'm Top Hat Cat. I'm going to be hosting the team of Calamity here today. This is on-chain action RPG. I would call it kind of like a pixel art Diablo, if you will. From my perspective, it's pretty advanced game so far. That's like what they have in testing. I mean, a lot of systems, a lot of game functions and stuff going on here. Auction houses, equipment, durability, lots of different classes and spells and stuff. So pretty awesome first impression to a game. Oh my gosh, Seb was hooking it up. Look at this. Thank you. I'll take it.
Yeah, take it, sir. And
oh my god.
I would also advise you to use a sword and to use the Whirlwind skill. It looks very fun.
Yeah, dude, Whirlwind, yes, very OP. And yeah, it does look fun too, spinning around. Well, yeah, I'm eager to talk through a lot of different stuff with you guys. So just, the gaming side, the Web3 side, and just your guys' story and whatnot, and kind of hear everything from you guys firsthand, especially for those that aren't familiar. So I've put some hours into the game and whatnot, but for most people, it's probably their first time hearing you guys. So if you guys want, we could start with some introductions, just some high-level stuff. Just let me know about you guys, what your role in the team is, and then we can get into Calamity.
Yeah, okay, I guess I'll start. So, hello everyone, my name is Dima. I am founder, CEO, creative director, game designer, pixel artist, etc., behind Calamity. Overall, like a visionary of the game. So I don't have like Web2 game development experience. I'm more like a crypto guy. I'm in crypto since 2017. And, tried to touch every trend since then. In 2019, I've dropped my boring corporate job where I worked for 10 years doing some international trade at a governmental company. And I have just YOLO'd into graphic design because I always dreamed about like having some more creative profession, and joined crypto startup, one of the first crypto launchpads DAO maker, and I grew there up to like a head of design department and lead UI UX person, and worked there for 3 years, and then basically left it during the previous like bear market because there was not much work to do, at least at my side. And I really enjoyed like a previous NFT bull run. I was like very active beginning during previous NFT bull run. I have
yes, he was.
I have like, I don't know, 3,000 shitty NFTs in my OpenSea portfolio. So yeah, and I really enjoyed like pixel art NFTs. Always wanted to try myself as a pixel artist, and I also like enjoyed a lot, or was inspired a lot by idea of crypto gaming. And I've been a gamer all my life, but I couldn't find like a suitable game for myself. I was waiting for Ember Sword, I was waiting for Triverse, so basically like MMORPGs or action RPGs, but they were in development for like forever. So I said basically like fuck it, we will build the game ourselves. Thankfully to crypto, I had some money saved. So yeah, basically I just bootstrapped the development of the game out of my own pocket, and and I was building it along with the team for like almost a year, financing it just by myself without any investors, until we had some like legit MVP, and then we acquired some angel investments, and yeah, basically here we are. We have, I would call it like a solid beta, solid foundation. It's pretty much a complete game. I can't say that it's like it's not like some like vertical slice or like a demo version. It's pretty much a solid and competitive game, even as it is. And we are having first playtest right now, and struggling a little bit with the server side because it apparently it is not a trivial task to make an MMORPG or action RPG. It is like a pretty complex task. We have like real-time combat, so it's pretty like server dependent. But so far, we're doing a pretty nice job. And right now we are having playtests and we are preparing for our main event, which is Play to Airdrop campaign, which we plan to start somewhere end of September, start of October. And we will be making a pretty significant update to the game, adding some new game modes. So even for those who greened it during these playtests, I hope it will be pretty like refreshing and fun. Yeah, sorry, it is a little bit long introduction, but I'm.
But
No,
Dima
it's
already
beautiful.
covered some future aspects of our like conversation, so no problem.
Giving short answers is not my strong side.
And
That's cool.
writing short text isn't it either.
No, that was a fabulous introduction, and we can spend the next hour picking apart all of that stuff. So it's just foreshadowing. That's all. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I'll also tell a couple of words about myself. My name is Seva. I'm a co-founder of the project. Dima invited me to build the project together with him. Oh, you have to gear up.
It keeps wiping my gear. Anytime I zone in, it just resets.
Yeah. So this is like a new bug that appeared
after fixing some previous bugs. It's okay. the Hydra, eternal Hydra fighting. So, I'm not that long in crypto as Dima is, but I spent a lot of time working in public relations and marketing spheres. So this experience is handy in our project. I'm always cheer up in a good mood guy, but sometimes you have to push people around just to make them more excited and work a little harder. We have been working, as Dima said, with the project for a long of time, and I want to assure you that we are keeping building this project for lifetime. I don't know, so this is lifetime service, right? If you can say that, we'll be constantly making new updates of the game, new versions, new mechanics and all that stuff, because while we were developing the game for a year, that's not only the money that Dima put of his own into the development of the game, but it is also a lot of hours of efforts when you work on the game, for 10, 12 hours, and then about the marketing and with community communications and all that stuff. And at the end of the month, you have to pay a big sum of money, just as a reward of your constant work. So be sure that the project will be developing all the time, and we'll be glad to have some nice community members who can test the game, give the feedback, give some good piece of advice. And welcome, guys. We'll be glad to answer all your questions.
Love it. Thank you. Yeah, as I finish hiding in the bush here to get my health up, I just want to say a couple things before we jump into it. I've never felt so OP in my life as playing alongside the developers of a game. It feels pretty crazy. I don't know. It feels like you guys have like World of Warcraft mod level, like you can just spawn in whatever. So that's dope. I also haven't seen multiplayer yet. So the party system looks pretty clean. I liked the invite UI was really simple and intuitive. So that was cool too. That was first impressions there live. So GG's there.
Guys, thank you very much for kind words. I'm so sorry. I wanted to make the sound, less, and I pushed the quit button.
Oh, did you get kicked? Oh no!
I rocked myself.
You're gonna have to carry here, Dima, because I can only take like 2 hits.
Yeah, but
Love's one very fast though. It's
look, I'm here.
Seba can relog in. Yeah, you can relog.
Beautiful.
No problem.
Oh, that was planned, wasn't he? Showing the reconnectability here. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is awesome, man. I've never conducted an AMA while playing a game with the game developers, so it tells me a lot about you guys just as gamers. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people that try to make Web3 games or just come into the space just don't have a product or they're not really gamers themselves. So I think that's also very dope.
Some nice stories around your words about you see us as gamers, because me and Dima, we are prolific friends, and we met in an internet club, playing Dota 1, and we have already 20 years of friendship, and we played a lot of games. I didn't play World of Warcraft, but Dima did, and we played Diablo, Lineage, Tibia, and all that stuff. So these are all the games that inspired the creation of this game.
I love it. One question I do want to ask, just right off the jump, what sticks out to me is like, Dima here, you quit your job, your government job, right, to like make a game and kind of go all in. Who in the world, why would anyone choose an MMO? That's just like the hardest genre. It's like so notorious amongst game devs. It's just like an impossibility. So talk to me about that, like why you would choose such a kind of ambitious goal here, or what inspired you, or what problem you're trying to fix.
Yeah, what problem I want to fix? Yeah, problem of just not having mid-core games in Web3. At least when we were starting our game development, there was like no such games that you can just play whatever amount of times that you want without like without any energy systems or without like limitations of time per day, something like that. So basically an initial like desire to make such a game was because I couldn't find anything for myself that I would enjoy playing. And of course, it was like my lifetime dream, I would say so, to take part in the game development. As I already mentioned, I just enjoy like every aspect or like every job that is creative. So like it can be like graphic design, it can be game development. This is something that I like just really enjoy doing. And even if I had like, I don't know, $1 billion, anyway, I need to do something that I enjoy. So this is just like type of person that I am. So it was like, of course, it was like super risky, and I didn't expect that I would like spend this much money as I've already spent on the game. It was like 5x than I initially like expected and estimated. But also we like wanted initially to make a little bit more simple game. But as you keep building, you just keep adding new features and new mechanics. So
for sure. Let's talk about some of those because I kind of brushed through them real quickly. It was probably very overwhelming at the intro just because there's a lot to unpack in this. Like there's more in this beta than you see in a lot of games full release already, which is pretty crazy as far as like the different systems that you already have in place. So talk to me a little bit about the mechanics that are in place, just game loops and whatnot, just for people that aren't super familiar, and then we can kind of talk through some of those just creative constraints and stuff.
Yeah, so the game loop is like very simple and very familiar to players. Like you clean dungeons, you unlock dungeons of higher difficulty. At higher difficulty dungeons, you get better loot, which allows you to unlock in higher difficulty dungeons, and you just like progress your character. You gather like better gear, you get gems, you put them into your equipment, you can enhance your equipment, etc. So you will hear a lot from me such words as like classic gaming experience, because like my vision was that like we don't want to like innovate gameplay wise. We just want to make solid game from like already time-proven mechanics that
don't reinvent
around
the
the
wheel.
world love, and then like crypto itself is like a big innovation for such game. So basically, I'm trying to just pick the stuff that I loved when I was playing like all those games that Seva mentioned, like action RPGs, MMORPGs, and put them into Calamity. And it's also cool that like experienced players, they just intuitively like understand how to play and how to progress.
Yeah, totally.
So,
that's well said, man. I picked it right up. I didn't really need any tool tips or any explainers. It's it's pretty. It's simple, but it's it's like refined. It's just that core loop. That's what you need, right?
Yeah. So like what we are really proud about at this point is like we have 3 classes, and each of those classes have like set of skills that you can choose from, and each of classes are warrior, archer, and mage, and each of those classes can have 2 types of weapons. So for example, if we're speaking about warrior, it's 2-handed swords and 2-handed axes, and each of these types of weapons have different skills. And even like inside one type of weapon, you can choose, like you don't always have same skills. You can choose from different skills.
Yeah, and just showing on the screen here. I'm going to swap into, this is a mage weapon here, so you can see all my skills and abilities. I went from level 9 warrior to level 6 mage now. So the level is tied to your weapon here and all the skills and stuff, which you can change in the middle of the dungeon, which is pretty cool.
And then you have some passive abilities and active skills on your helmet and on your chest piece. And then there is like 3 different types of armor, plate, leather, and clothes, but you're like not obligated if you're a warrior to use plate armor. You can use leather armor or you can use clothes armor and get access to kind of, skills from other classes also. And then we have like... and then we have like 20 different stats. And like all of this combined together just gives you like unreal amount of different skills and stat combinations that you can put together. So like gameplay variability in terms of how you play with your character is something that I'm proud about. And like a lot of development time was spent on making these skills. I really tried to make like skills unique and not to be the same even like within one class.
Yeah, like the sword swing from the left and the sword swing from the right, like sometimes they make similar skills.
Love that. All right, so talk to me about economy a bit. So like we're running these dungeons right now. What are we trying to get from this, and what can we do with that currency there?
Yeah, so basically right now you have just gold coins instead of our future token. And it's just like a placeholder mechanic, because of course we need some currency in order for auction house to functionate, in order to like duels with currency at stake to be functional.
Try using gold, like by players.
Yeah. But when we will have our token inside of the game, it won't be dropped like this just from mobs. So the system will be a little bit more complex, because we want to be in control of token emission. We will have one token, like single token system, and it means that we don't have second tokens that we can mint how to say, without any limitations every day. And we need to be like very careful with emission of our token.
Yeah, tokenomics are usually either the nail in the coffin, or it's at least the Achilles heel, bare minimum, for most crypto games. So we'll be interested to see what your guys' take on the in-game economy is. Single token is it's definitely a choice. I mean, I don't know. I'm not educated enough about it to have an opinion one way or either way, but would definitely be interested in how all the different like systems combine and stuff, and how the the token, like the actual like ERC20 token, what utility it has and how it affects the game and whatnot.
Yeah. So our game is not on chain. So to play the game, you don't need a wallet, and we will have separate web application where you will be able to transfer token outside and inside of the game. Something similar to bridges that we have like between different layer 2s and Ethereum. What else to say? Yeah, and so basically, you've already mentioned that we have auction house. Like this is a separate, pretty complex in-game mechanic, an in-game marketplace where players can trade all the items that they acquire inside of the game in a convenient way. And basically, they will be able to trade only with future token. So it will be like, I guess, one of the main and strongest utilities for the token. And besides that, we are trying to create competitive mechanics that involve token. So like instead of just straightforward rewarding players out of our pocket, we want to incentivize like redistribution of tokens inside of the game. And of course, we will be having some staking mechanics. We want to put a lot of importance and focus into future guild systems, and to make like guild treasury where all the guild members stake their tokens, and by doing this they will unlock new mechanics and utilities for the guild.
Love that. Yeah. So I'm curious about emissions just from the game, right? So if it's one token to rule them all, do you foresee like it being a problem of people, farming, multi-accounting, botting, or just the supply getting too out of hand? Or I guess you guys could just turn on new sinks, right, as you kind of come up with them.
Yeah, so so first of all, it's a little bit harder to bot our game since it's like real-time combat. Also, there is not much sense to create multi-accounts because it's it's better to just play with your main character, because like it's stronger, it can farm better gear or farm like more points for an airdrop.
And you value the progress.
Yeah.
What about like multi-boxing, right? Like WoW, like you run 4 accounts and party up with yourself, right? And just go in with a hunter that can throw, or a rogue that can throw down turrets, right? Something like that. Don't underestimate people, I guess, is the takeaway.
Yeah,
right? Like people will definitely do whatever they can.
Yeah, and I guess we can't be angry at them. I mean, it's crypto. Abusing system is something that is expected. So,
name of the game, yeah. Just anytime money comes in, yeah. It's just everyone values their time differently, man. Some people spend all day just picking your stuff apart. But I guess you could. I was auto walking from the scene transition. All right, so that was terrifying.
Yeah, so we're just trying to be like logical and sensible with all those mechanics that involve token. Like as I mentioned, there won't be such thing as just plain drop of tokens from mobs. This play to earn system will be a little bit more complex, and also it will be locked behind the subscription model. So like if you want to just straightforward get rewarded with a token for your game, you will need to buy like a subscription, and
gotcha. Yeah.
There will be like different levels from just like super affordable to like more VIP, and
and I'm guessing token will be, so it's pay gated, but then also I'm guessing it won't just be like a world drop, right? Like it'll be from activities or raids or something like that.
Yeah, so basically what I'm thinking to do is that there will be a reward pool for each day, for example, and when you play dungeons, you will get like let's call it lottery tickets, and every day there will be a lottery. So every day there will be a pool of tokens rewarded. So and then like it's up to you what will be your strategy. You can just play for 1 week, collect all tokens, and just put them in one-day lottery, or you can spread them across the week, or you can go and just sell them on the auction house, or maybe you will see some disproportion in economy, and you go and buy tickets at the auction house to grab some
like
specific
that, yeah.
day pool. Yeah, so something like that.
Very cool.
So yeah, I mean, I like systems where players can kind of regulate by themselves, because like just trying to figure out like flat numbers is really, really hard. We need to make systems that is like adjustable to like amount of players. Yeah.
Yeah, well said. I guess let's go ahead and try and cover the NFT component, right? Because you guys had a free mint, if I'm not mistaken. And I know that it has utilities and it ties into this upcoming campaign. So talk us through that, just, the decision to make it free, and, what sort of utilities it's going to have, and what it means to you guys.
Yeah, so first of all, I'll just answer a popular question. Our in-game items won't be NFTs. We don't plan to have some kind of like minting from inside of the game into the blockchain. So all the in-game items will stay inside of the game and will be traded also inside of the game. And I think that it's more like convenient for players, because like all the buying interest inside of the game, it's much cheaper to trade inside of the game. Like all the liquidity is inside of the game, etc. So like NFTs are more like a complementary element in our project, and they will have, after the full game launch, they will have mostly cosmetics utility. So for example, so NFTs are like special in-game items which are called artifacts, and there is a inventory slot for them. And when you equip them, you will get some special cosmetics attribute to your character. So, for example, it can be some angel wings behind your character, or it can be aura below your character, or some like fiery crown, or maybe it can be pet that follows your character. So something like this. And they will also give plus experience buff and plus item drop buff. But right now, this artifacts collection has more of like monetary value, because first of all, artifacts give you access to our playtest. Then during play to airdrop, there will be a separate reward pool for artifact holders. And artifacts holders will have like a significantly bigger rewards during play to airdrop. And after play to airdrop, we will have some like public sale round of tokens, and artifact holders will have guaranteed allocations during public sale. So yeah, I mean that's utilities for for short term.
Love that, yeah. I just noticed that the dots, they stack. If you stack another one, it'll refresh the entire cooldown. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and some dots also like stack. They give like more damage.
Yeah, it's just
multiple. Yeah.
So I got wrecked. I've died more than a few times, and I'm down to my level 6 gear. So I'm trying to not cry for help and ask to be rescued. So I'm just kind of putting dots and moving. We'll see how that goes. It's not going well. Spoiler alert. That's cool. Now, I appreciate you breaking down the NFT component, sort of the distinction of in-game items not being NFTs, and then sort of the benefits, global buffs and drop rates and stuff and whatnot, but also the tokenomic utility as well, being part of the sale and whatnot. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. You also asked why it was like for free. I didn't answer. So first of all, we don't like to take money without like showing product. and it goes like with everything, with NFTs or like with private investments or with like public investments, etc. And of course, it's more about like a marketing tool, right? Rather than like some fundamental game element. So yeah, it's a really nice tool to build your initial community around.
Well, yeah, because some people, speculated on that free mint, but those who like the project, who share our philosophy, they became our holders, and that makes sense, to give them the possibility to gain more of our future token, since they spend time, not just bought and listed or minted and listed, and they know the team, they know the project, they follow all our major new upcomings in the game and all that stuff. So that's how we build the community. I know this way was not easy, but it was a very good tool to find your core community.
Well, much respect. Yeah, big props. The free mint, you love to see it, especially when there's tokens and airdrops attached at the future. But it does raise the question of funding. Obviously, self-funding for a long time. You mentioned potential pre-sale. Do you guys are you guys not looking for external investment? Or are you planning to raise most of the capital during the token TGE, or what's the plan, or like what's the runway looking like? I suppose since you guys did the free mint.
Yeah, so first of all, we are trying to be conservative with what we raise. I'm personally not a big fan of projects that raise like money for 5 years of burn rate. I believe that projects shouldn't have like this much of freedom and become like lazy. I think that projects should be stressed a little bit all the time. So we're raising pretty conservatively. We have raised a small private sale angel round, like no VCs, no pools, just some respected content creators and some angels and friends and family. And we will be having also, I would say, like pretty conservative public round after play to airdrop. And it will give us like a year or a year and a half of burn rate. But overall, my vision is that like a project should be generating money like from start. It's not a best idea to build your strategy around just burning money and then hoping to earn something on the long term. I think that we should aim for just for a game starting to generate money from start.
Well said. I agree. Businesses gotta have some revenue, man. On that note, you mentioned subscription models. So talk me through that. Actually, hold on. Well, I guess it does just kind of make sense with what we're talking about now. So yeah, I guess just let's get the whole picture here. So subscription model, is that going to be the monetization route primarily?
Yeah. So we for sure won't be, there won't be like a classic pay to win in our project. So we as a project, we will never sell any in-game items that like make you stronger just straight away. Like we won't be selling like armor or weapons or something like that. I've already mentioned that basically only assets that I believe we can sell are like artifacts. And besides that, we will have a subscription model. Yeah. So basically, if you want to get access to, first of all, play to earn mechanics, you need to buy subscription, and then there will be some like prestige and VIP mechanics that will be accessible only through subscription.
Beautiful. Yeah, I appreciate that. Glad about the clarification too. Just it's all staying cosmetic and not impacting power levels or gameplay or whatever.
Yeah, like in a popular MMORPG, just to like stuff like prestige or like influence or power can be more valuable than just items itself, right? Because it's, as Seva mentioned, this type of game is a lifetime service game. And it means that we will be constantly pushing new content and like new mechanics. And it means that if you, for example, farmed like best in slot gear like this year, it doesn't mean that it will be best in slot next year when we push new content. So like stuff like being a guild leader of the most powerful guild on the server can be far more valuable than having like the best gear. So we will be
totally.
putting a lot of importance on the social aspect of the game, and also we'll be making some monetization systems like in this regard.
Yeah, actually, even different countries can make different guilds because we have players from 55 different countries all over the world. So once we are growing, I think that would be easy for big countries, there are players I know, for instance, on Philippines and other, United States, Brazil, China. There are many players, so they can make guilds, and that would be a competitive element of the gameplay.
Okay, I got one question for you. If we're on a one token system, right? If say somebody, it's tradable on a marketplace. Oh wait, no, you say so. Will the token be able to be just bought on open marketplace like a DEX?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if in theory, if somebody wanted to be competitive, they could just buy a lot of token, right? And then they could come to the auction house and then just deck themselves out in epics and jump into PvP and start wrecking people, right?
Yeah. So that's why I said like we as a project won't be selling items. So there won't be like classic
got it. Like in the shop. Yeah, I got you. Oh, here's the Sword of Righteousness, $20. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But you can buy from other players, and that's the main idea. That if you're a whale and you want to just instantly be like a really powerful person in the game, you will go and buy these powerful items, but you will pay to some other player. So it's very, very healthy for in-game economy.
Yeah. So basically, we make the game and the place for some people to flex and other people to be able to earn from those, who want to buy some items.
Got it. Yeah, I love it. Love the vision. I will say, I don't know if it's intended or just a happy little accident, but one function that kind of gates that sort of like whale behavior, I experienced it a bit. I saved up all of my, I didn't know what the currency was, so I was calling them schmeckles in my head, but I saved up all of my gold coins. I think I got about 10,000 by like level, I don't know, like 12 or 13 or so. And I bought a epic staff from the auction house. Had really good roll on it. It was just perfect right out of the box. And I was just immediately smashing people. Unfortunately, there are a few mishaps and it lost some durability. And I realized that the the epic repair materials don't drop in the dungeons that I'm in. So I needed to power level through like eight more levels of difficulty before I could start to get those epic repair resources. So like even if I came in and I dropped a bunch of money, I still wouldn't be able to necessarily just coast through. You still have to play, right? You still have to go through the dungeons and level your character up the normal way, because there's no skipping those dungeon difficulties. There's no way to buy your way to level 20. So I thought that was interesting. I didn't know if it was a happy little accident or consequence, but I felt just gutted, man. It was such a sweat. That was like when it had 2 durability on it, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna go back to like my level 6 bow or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, oh god, it was terrifying. But it's definitely made for interesting, emergent gameplay, right? Like I don't think it was meant to be like a horror survival game, but it turned into that for a little bit.
Yeah. So this is actually like intended. So there is like an other side of a coin. If you're like high level character and you're farming high-level dungeons, you don't get drop of low-level resources. So like when your epic gear loses durability, you need to either go to lower levels and farm those low-level resources by yourself, or you need to go and buy them on the auction house. So this way, we are adding a little bit of value even to the time spent farming low-level dungeons.
Yeah, all the trash mobs have value. I love that.
Even if new players enter the game, they won't likely have any cool gear for a long time, to sell to someone who enters the game as well. But since they are farming low level dungeons, they will have those resources for repair, yes, to sell to those who need to repair the high level gear, because to repair high level gear you need each of different types of resources.
Love it. Love to see the economy in action already. How has feedback been? I'm curious. Now that players, I'm sure you guys have been working towards this for a long time. I'm sure it's been your sole focus and passion, right? So now that people are actually getting their hands on it, server issues aside, because that's just going to happen, right? That's a problem of success. But how's the feedback been from the community? Are people really helpful as far as like breaking down specifics, or are people just asking about the airdrop campaign all day long?
No, actually, like feedback was fantastic. So we got like a lot of really nice feedback about the game, and I'm trying not to overhype myself, to be objective. But so far, feedback was really good, and also what we have noticed. So since we are trying to make like friendly relations with all the respected and big KOLs, and I'm trying to, me and Seva, we are speaking straight with them. It was easy to get in contact with many of them, just because they already heard like nice feedback from their community about our game.
Yeah, so, and they shared that. Yeah, their community loved the game, so.
Yeah, but of course, like, I mean, we need to be realistic that like there is like a long road ahead of us, and it's only the beginning.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to give you your preemptive congratulations. I mean, I noticed it as well. I mean, I'm a gamer through and through, but I'm also pretty active, avid Web3 gamer. I'm always poking around and looking at games that are coming out, and usually they don't even check like 2 of the 5 boxes. There's just so much left to be desired. There's really only been like, I would say 2 games before that I've played that are on the caliber of this. So I saw right away the potential and just the the work that went into it. So I'm wishing you guys the best, but I don't want to give you too much of a preemptive celebration. There's, like you said, a long road ahead. But I'm just impressed, man. I'm impressed that you guys came to market with this much on the table already, whereas most people just have sort of thinly veiled promises. And plus, you guys proved today here, just with our little game sesh here. I know you guys understand how games, what's important in games, right? Like, it's what makes it fun, what makes it desirable, what makes you come back. Like, that's a lot more important than the Web3 side. So I'm rooting you guys on. I love the product.
Oh yeah, so thank you.
So there is a funny story about like the feedback about the game. So some time ago, we hired a really experienced game designer and game producer whose specialization is on like mid-core and hardcore RPGs and MMORPGs, because we didn't expect that we will make such a complex and deep game with this amount of stats, and it's really hard to balance it out. So like we hired this like super experienced person to like help us and to like bring his experience into our team. And so he played our game, and he said like, okay guys, like I expected from a Web3 game like multiple times like worse experience. And he said something like, okay, it's shitty, but not as shitty as I expected.
There you go. Yeah, the bar is so low. Yeah, you have to jump over it. It's crazy.
So together with him, actually, we've prepared like months, or 2 months long, like a game development sprint in order to bring game a little bit to the next level before we launch our Play to Airdrop campaign.
Beautiful. So, I have questions about that too. Real quick, is this what engine is it in? Is this Unity?
Yeah, it's Unity.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, talk to us about the Play to Airdrop campaign, because I'm sure if people are seeing the gameplay and hearing your guys' passion and expertise here, I'm sure they're on the edge of their seats wondering how they can get involved. So talk us through that. How can the average person get involved? What are the different dynamics of the Play to Airdrop campaign? And are we going to be rich?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you will be rich. So first of all, we are allocating a pretty significant amount of our future supply to this Play to Airdrop campaign. I can't tell you an exact number, but we will announce it before Play to Airdrop campaign, because it's not shameful to be announced. And as I already mentioned, the reward pool will be split 50-50, and like one part will go to artifact holders, and the other part will go to just like free-for-all players. So you will be able to play to Airdrop campaign just without NFTs, basically. But of course, with NFTs, it's a lot more beneficial.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure it'll be a crowded pool. The free-to-play bucket is going to be pretty competitive.
And also, we will be a limiting amount of like reward places, because we want to make like rewards even for like the last places meaningful.
Nice. Yeah, totally.
We will be just straightforward saying that, okay, like we will have like 3K or like 4K winning 4K top places inside of the leaderboard will get prizes. So we will openly announce all these details before Play to Airdrop campaign starts.
I love that. Yeah, thoughtful. I like the competitiveness of the leaderboard, but also the sort of lower bounds, just so you're not getting a $2 airdrop. You're like, what? I don't even want these schmeckles, not worth the gas, or whatever the case may be. So love that. Good call.
Yeah. So like basically in everything that we do, we try to focus more on quality over quantity. So I personally am a big hater of something like social campaigns, and also we don't have VCs on board that we need to put those that we need to show and report big numbers. We have freedom in this regard to manage the project whatever we see is a better way. So we try to grow organically, and of course we try to build a stronger core rather than have a big number of community members, but who will just leave us as soon as Play to Airdrop campaign.
Yeah, bots and extractive clickers, tappers, and all that stuff. That's not our path.
So you're not dropping on ton. Talk to me about what chain are you guys on, and what platforms do you envision the game launching on?
So we are on the base blockchain, but who knows? Maybe we will pivot to some other chain if we have some nice proposal. Basically, there is no obligations for us to stay on base. But just for me, base looks like the most promising and live layer 2s out there right now. So that was the reason to pick it, basically. Yeah. And what else you ask about platforms? Right now we are on Epic Store, but I really want to try to make the game web-based.
Interesting.
Like in short term, and in the long term, we really want to make it mobile also, because like basically right now there is no like gameplay wise or like architecture wise limitations for us to go mobile. We just need to have time and resources for that.
For sure.
Basically, to port Unity to mobile is not like an unrealistic task. It's possible. Just it's time.
You just got to stick a UI guy on it for like 6 months to slam his head against the wall. For sure.
Well, I am the UI guy.
Oh no! Yeah, you did. You did say you were wearing a lot of hats. Damn, how does it feel reporting to yourself with dropping that news?
Yeah. So thankfully, I had like a lot of time to spend on the game for the first year, because we were just building and we were not like raising money, and we were like just under the radar, not public. So like I've spent a lot of time on the game as a pixel artist. So like I've put together this city. I've worked a lot on all the like environmental pixel art, and I've also made almost all levels that you play through, level design, and also played almost all UI. But now I have, of course, a lot less time to spend like on the game development itself, and other guys are doing it, because, of course, like just negotiating like with KOLs, with the gaming guilds, with investors takes a lot of time.
You got to do AMAs too, man. You got to get interviewed by people.
I used to like be super stressed by doing like AMAs and all the interviews, but lately I'm getting used to.
For sure. Hey man, you did it while playing your own games. That's pretty cool. I got you could probably do anything while playing your own game though. Imagine you've done pretty much nothing but that for the past year.
Yeah. Well, I'm far from like those guys in the team who play like most. We have some guys inside of the team who play like 10x more times than me and Seva.
Yeah,
and then the work.
Just like beside work. So we have this like small contest that we are running while we have playtests, like I don't know, like speed runs, or like clear the dungeon the fastest way, or get level 10 the fastest way. And we have a guy from the team who is just like unbeatable.
Just like no oh god, he knows all the wall hacks. That's probably not fair.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool when like the guys from your team just enjoy playing your own game.
Oh yeah, it's a good sign. Good sign. You got something cooking. I'm curious. Are you guys familiar with the Beacon over on Arbitrum?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm a big fan myself. I'm kind of been there like an active fanboy and activist for him. I watched your all's podcast I think about a week ago, and there was an ad for the Beacon on it. And I was just like, man, dude, these two teams need to combine forces. It's just insane because you guys both just have great pixel art and just great like game feel. You know, you guys have just way more systems. They don't really have anything going for them other than the physics.
Yeah.
But man, that those two combined would be unstoppable. It's like these are the exact things that we're missing in all the other Web3 games, right? It's like satisfying core gameplay loop and then actual systems that let you play instead of restrict you from playing or make you stake or just do something nonsensical.
Yeah. I'm just this type of a person. I really like seeing how my character gets stronger. So like when inside of the game you can't make your character stronger, it really like pisses me off, let's say so. So yeah. So I've played Beacon just when it launched, like 2 years ago, or maybe a little bit longer, even before starting the development process on Calamity. And I also like really liked the art style. because I loved pixel art games. But I thought like why I can't level up my character, why I can't like get stronger weapons, and
absolutely, yeah. It feels very much like a demo, right? And when I play the demo, I imagine the systems that you guys have in that game, like, oh, this will be cracked. And you guys have them implemented and testing and probably balance patching. I saw the crazy patch you guys put through. So yeah, it's great to see. But I'm excited for you guys because the Beacon just raised like $8 million for a TGE that's going to happen in December, right? So I'm just hoping that this is like the year or the era of like indie game studios getting funded through Web3 because, man, that would just make my heart so happy. Just with how abusive the game industry is and just how mistreated devs are in general. Just a lot of fucked up shit going on. So for just some guys to be like, hey, let's make a fun game. Let's make it for the people, and get funded through them. It's just it's a beautiful thing. Chef's kiss. So
hopefully people and community can see some value in the ways that we are like building our project, because our approach is different in many ways. Like, for example, I don't know, some projects are just chasing for VC money and they see it as a marketing tool. Like if you're backed by some really cool VC, like for example, like Animoca, people will just rush into your Play to Airdrop campaign because they think, okay, these guys have money, they will just be giving out money for free, right?
Absolutely.
But I think like I've spent so much of my time and so much of my money. Like, why would I onboard this like predatory VCs that will like dictate their requirements to me? I don't know.
Well, basically, VCs give money not to give money to poor people. They sharp their knives. So like.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, they're gonna want it back for sure.
So
and somebody has to pay it.
As I already mentioned, I've worked for 3 years in a crypto launchpad. So I've seen like tens and hundreds of projects going through our like due diligence process and our like incubation process, etc. And I really saw like how extractive some teams are, and how even if team is not extractive, but like business interests can be just dimensionally different to interests of their community and their holders and token holders.
Yeah, totally.
So I mean, I've always thought like, is it possible to make a project in a fair way? And like it may sound like naive, but that's like what we are trying to do, just to build the projects in a reasonable and a fair way. And we may fail, but we may be successful and innovative. I don't know.
Hey, it's a noble pursuit, yeah. Because if you win, man, you're living the dream, and I'm definitely rooting for you. Look, I know you're busy guys. I don't want to, take up more time than we have to. I could honestly stay here for another hour and run some more dungeons with you guys. I don't have much going on, but definitely be respectful of your time. I think you guys absolutely crushed it as far as answering the questions and walking us through the product and the development and stuff. I do want to actually give you guys one final chance here, though, just kind of kick it back over to you guys. If there's any final words or anything that we maybe skipped over or glossed through too quickly that you want to kind of highlight, or just how we can get involved, sort of call to action to close us out here. But really appreciate you guys' time and depth and knowledge and just being genuine. That's the most important thing. So I think that really shined through, and I really appreciate you guys. But any final thoughts here to end us off so we can walk away thinking about it?
Well, actually, yeah, maybe. Okay, I would start, and I think that Dima will seal our thoughts. So yeah, we chose the hard way, but the long run. Not to make another nice little Ponzi, but to deliver the product, to replace hollow promises with actual real value product. And we always listen to what people like, and we actually know what people like because we know what we're building as we've been gamers. We stay humble, but we are here for a long time, and for a couple of years we've been coping any task that we faced. And I will be very glad to have everyone of you guys been staying with us for an hour as our community members. Please join our Discord. We are always available, and we always there, always listen for everyone in our community. And yes, our journey only begins. Dima?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
I mean,
very well said.
I have smile on my face because even when my co-founder just tells our plans, I'm just like, I don't know.
It's real. It's really happening. Yeah, I feel you.
I'm thinking like, what the fuck? What bullshit is he talking about? It sounds so arrogant to me. Our big plans.
Got to dream big, man. World's
Our
yours for the
unique
taking.
approach, etc. Yeah. So yeah, I will just welcome. I would be glad to see everyone in our Discord. We are trying to be very active and to answer any questions and give any help there. And yeah, I guess we will be giving out some in-game codes here, right? So we'll be glad to see people inside of the game.
Oh shit, let's go. I appreciate the gear too and the hard carry. You guys took a level 6 in there. I was just dying relentlessly, so I appreciate that too. It does not go unnoticed, when you're not carrying your own weight. So appreciate that. But yeah, man, I'm happy that you guys took the time to meet with us here today and walk us through everything. And I'm going to do better, but I'm going to jump in the Discord, drop some feedback and stuff, just some notes from my 2 playthroughs. But yeah, I'm gonna do that as well. But yeah, I encourage everyone that's here and everyone that listens to the recording later, definitely check out Calamity. You guys want to drop like the socials or something? If you want, you can drop office hours chat just above the voice hangout chat. If you guys have any links for the Discord or for Twitter or anything like that, you can drop them in there. People can always circle back and hit them up.
Yeah, okay, we will definitely do.
Beautiful. Well, fellas, amazing job. This is great AMA, great game. I'm eagerly looking forward to guilds and trying PvP. I haven't done PvP yet, so seems like it's up and running.
Yeah, PvP is up and running. But since it's kind of unbalanced right now, I would say so.
Oh yeah, I need the alpha. Tell me what's statistically the best move in the game? Come on, hit me.
I don't know. I mean,
oh, you guys don't have the data. You don't have you guys. You're like, oh man, this thing is OP.
So we had like a game night, and one of our core team members was PvPing with the community for some small cash prizes, and basically he was he was one hit killed by everyone.
Wait, what? What he didn't. He wasn't ready for the smoke, or what? What happened?
Yeah, I mean, he was not as experienced in the game as other players who spent, I don't know, already 100, 200 hours.
Amazing.
During the playtest.
Getting hit with combos he didn't know existed.
Some of our community members for sure know better than us what are meta builds and OP builds.
I love that. It's gonna have a life of its own, man. That's beautiful. That's how it should be, though.
Yeah, so for play to airdrop campaign, we will be making some a little bit balance changes and drop rate changes, etc. So right now it feels like, I don't know, maybe X20 or in X30 in terms of how quick you can gear up in Epic Gear. So during play to airdrop campaign, it will be a little bit slower. But on the other hand, we will add 3 more new game modes in dungeons. So besides these dungeons that we have right now, we will have arenas with a low amount of enemies, but they are higher damage, higher HP. Then we will have like a horde mode, something like Vampire Survivors or like House of Torments, where you have
worms.
Like
Worms. Hey, I fucks with Vampire Survivors. That's a good genre.
I mean, something similar in terms that you have like tons of mobs and you need to survive and kill them. Yeah, and then we will have bosses.
So, oh my god, what a curveball, man. This is it keeps getting better and better. That sounds so exciting.
So like you will gear up slower, but at the same time this process should be a little bit more fun and variative.
Yeah, not as grindy for sure. I can't. You know what? If you don't have the dev kits and data to see, I can at least tell you pre-patch. I know for a fact the strongest, most meta build had to be Ice Block. The no cooldown, no mana cost Ice Block was definitely carried me through a couple dungeons. I'll say that.
Yeah. There was also like there were couple of cool builds with like no cooldown, like also like 100% evasion build. Where you can just
oh my god,
press ultimate evasion like all the time without any cooldown. Yeah, there were a couple of OP builds, but our new guy just came and said like, "What the fuck? Why don't you have like why don't you have like diminishing returns on those?"
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, well, yeah, my opinion was biased. That's 100% invasion sounds literally broken. That's just broken. That's amazing. I was blinking in and ice blocking on people and just like laughing, just giggling the whole time because there's no cooldown. It's like I'm a god, but it felt pretty fun.
Yeah, but that's fun, like having some OP classes like in some patches. It's part of like fun of MMORPGs and action RPGs. So many Web3 projects don't have this like freedom to just change like item stats on the go.
For sure,
how skill works, etc. Because if you sell items in form of NFTs, you're then just trapping yourself.
You're beholden. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess then again, mobile companies don't really care. I mean, they'll sell like look at like Marvel Snap, right? They'll like sell a card, it's like $60, and then they'll nerf it 2 weeks after it's not in the shop. Like they just no regard. But those are just soulless corporations, though, I suppose. Most Web3 people couldn't even have this conversation to break down the dynamics. So that's a takeaway there.
Yeah, I mean, okay. We were wrapping up and then...
we were, I know. Went right back down the rabbit hole. I mean, you're dropping all these new systems on me and stuff, man. I'm just excited. I'm eager to play. I'm happy for you guys. But yeah, totally. We can call it here and... cut the recording before I self-snitch on more exploits that I've been attempting. But appreciate you both of you for your time, your expertise, and all that. So appreciate it very much. We'll definitely see you guys inside of your Discord, and then we'll see you when TGE happens. Play an airdrop campaign. We'll be riding.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for your time, and good night, and see you. Bye.
Yeah.
Sir, thanks
good evening, everybody. Yeah. Goodbye.
All right, have a good night, y'all. Peace.